My name is Daniel. I'm 42 years old, and the story I'm about to tell happened to me 10 years ago. I'm a police officer in a small rural town in the south of the country. As you can probably imagine, we don't get many exciting cases out here. No high-speed chases, no kidnappings. Nothing like the stories officers from the big cities have to tell. But something macabre did happen once. Something I'll never forget. I don't tell this story with excitement, only fear. It was around 1:45 in the morning. I'm the only police officer in town, so when something big happens, I call for backup over the radio from nearby towns. That's how we try to keep things covered without leaving anyone short-handed. That night, I was alone at the station when I received a report of a car accident just at the entrance of town. When I arrived at the scene, I saw a white compact car flipped over. The driver had died on impact. He was wearing his seatbelt, but his neck had broken in the crash. The coroner arrived shortly after and took the body away. Up to that point, everything seemed fairly straightforward. But then I saw something about 5 meters down the slope from the crash, something wrapped in a bed sheet. When I got closer, I realized it was a body. It had been tied up with shoelaces at the neck and ankles to keep the sheet in place. The feet were bare, sticking out of the sheet. They were deathly pale and ice cold. The body was stiff. She had been dead for at least 3 hours. From the looks of it, she had been in the car and was thrown out during the rollover. I cut the laces and unwrapped the sheet. It was a woman, completely naked. Shocked, I quickly wrapped her back up. The coroner had already left, and I couldn't just leave the body there by the road, exposed to the night air. So I placed her in the back seat of my patrol car and started driving her to the morgue. As I drove, I tried to make sense of the whole situation. No living witnesses, no clear story. Who was this woman? Why was she naked in that car? Where was the driver taking her? Then I felt movement in the back seat. I looked in the rearview mirror, and slowly I saw the woman sit up. The sheet slipped off her body, revealing her pale, naked form. My heart raced. I could barely breathe. I couldn't even focus on the road. I was frozen with fear. Then she spoke. "Do you want to know what happened, officer?" With a trembling voice, I replied, "I need some explanation to close this case." Her eyes were completely white, her lips pale. She said, "It was just a date, just like any other. He called me. I gave him the price, and he gave me the address. When I got to his house, I saw pictures of his wife everywhere. He was married, but she wasn't home." She paused. "The sex was fine, but afterward he said he couldn't pay, claimed money was tight. I told him I don't work on credit. If he didn't pay, I'd make a scene and his wife would find out. Then he grabbed me by the neck and choked me until I died." She ran her cold fingers across her neck. "See the marks? They're still here." And they were. She continued, "I don't know where he was going to dump me, but I stood up just like I'm standing now. I climbed into the front seat and tried to strangle him with my own hands. Suddenly, she lunged at me, hands around my neck. I lost control of the car and crashed into a pole right near the morgue. The noise brought a staff member running. I was outside the car, lying on the ground in shock. The man asked if I was okay. I could barely speak. There's a body in the back seat. She tried to strangle me." He checked. The body was there, wrapped in the same sheet, stiff and cold, exactly as I'd left it. I stood up and looked for myself. Nothing had changed. I told the staffer that I must have been shaken by the crash. Told him I found the body after the coroner had already left. When writing up the report, I included exactly what the corpse had told me, minus the part where it told me. The identification confirmed everything. Her name was Vanessa, and she was a sex worker. There were no living witnesses. I based my report on the physical evidence and signs of strangulation, but I never told anyone that it was the dead woman herself who told me what really happened.